And it says we're live.
Yeah, live.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever the hell it is, wherever you are. And we'll start off with breaking Ian.
Seriously? No, but
44 camels disqualified from the camel beauty pageant in Saudi Arabia for Botox, collagen injections.
are you fucking serious?
Yes.
Why the hell? No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't care. I just don't want to know. I don't care. I don't want to know.
It's the new thing.
I don't care. I don't care.
Including collagen injections in the lips, the humps, and the butts.
Nope. 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 No. 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 Hell no.
Hey, John, good to see you. uh,
Just
it's the Saudis.
it's Bedouin.
Why do you think they like their camels so much?
Apparently, Botox.
Yeah. And we're off to a good start.
I would like to see the camel. I want to see the camel that gives a damn if the lady camel has puffer mouth. I don't think they care. I really don't.
It's all about the camel breeding program.
Again, I don't think they care.
They don't, but the owners do.
Well, the owner needs to quit breeding the camels.
Kim Kardashian camel.
Keeping up with Cameldarsians. What the hell?
Good one, Josh.
Keeping up with the Cameldarsians.
That could be a new thing. uh, yes, it's nice to be back. I miss the kids, but God, it's nice to be out of California.
I just.
And for those of you that are planning on traveling for the holidays and planning on renting a car, you might want to check and make sure there are actually cars available.
They've got teeth.
I know.
They scalp people.
Yes. Some of them apparently are getting tooth jobs too to give them a pretty mouth.
I knew Bedouins were squirrely. I just didn't realize how squirrely.
Oh, but all the family out there is doing pretty well. However, we and about another 1,000 or so people went to Wilmhalla thanks to the Christmas parade in a little old Kelseyville, California. The son of a bitch played that as the first tune out of Santa's sleigh.
That was planned. That was planned. I just.
John, it was interesting. Hertz had a total of about 30 cars. And talking to the manager, she said, kind of downcast, she says, I've already got 60 reservations and I'm trying to get cars anywhere I can. And Avis, Budget, National, and Alamo, I think was the other one, might have had 30 or 45 cars between all four of them. So, yeah, prize money. So it was interesting. The flights were not bad. DFW and Sacramento both ran fairly smoothly through the airport. Not really too much BS on that. Oh, Sirius XM on Fox News. Oh, good. Yeah, they're out to get us all this year. Hey, Cedar. But basically, everybody's doing pretty well.
Except the camels, apparently.
There are some interesting old cars shoved in odd corners in Northern California. Uh, that is only, I posted on my blog some pictures of a Ford 1960 Ford Starliner. That's only the third one of those I've actually ever seen in my life. And that particular one has a 352 engine, but it's 360 horse, of which Ford made less than 1,000 of them. You got whammed at the shooting range.
That doesn't count. It's a cover. Covers don't count.
Yeah. Yeah, Cedar, the question he was trying to decide was whether or not he was going to just paint it with clear coat and leave it as a rusto rod, or whether he was going to totally restore it. And I'm hoping he actually totally restores it. The interesting thing was that the car also had the original Kelsey Hayes mag wheels on it. So that was a tricked out car in 1960. But the odd part, he said he'd been looking for one for 30 years. And this thing was sitting in a driveway. And he slammed on his brakes and he got rear ended. And the owner of the car came down to see what happened. And he ended up buying the car and had to limp his truck home to put a new bed and rear bumper on it.
Wow.
But he said it did total out the Toyota that hit him in the ass.
Well, they tend to do that.
Yeah.
Speaking of that sort of thing, I would like to discuss the worst pain known to man or beast.
Okay.
Jim
Yes.
Curtis just got a trailer hitch mounted on his caddy. And we were at the local barbecue joint talking about his trailer hitch. And as we left, and I know better because we live in a rural area, as we left, I walked around the ass end of this GMC pickup and intercepted the ball mount on a trailer hitch with my right shin.
Love it.
Now, I know better than to walk closer arm's length through ass end of a pickup. I know better. However, if you don't have a trailer or something hooked up to your trailer hitch, take the ball mount off. Ooh, ow.
Actually, I don't have the ball mount yet, Josh, because strangely enough, when you order trailer hitches anymore, they don't come with a ball mount.
Nope.
Yeah.
There's so many. There's so many ball mount variations these days. I've got a reverse low.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that fits my pickup. You can get, hook mount. You can get. There are so damn many.
Yeah. The old pencil mounts, which I thought I'd never see again. Yeah, Sean, that is true. Sometimes that sucker will not come out.
Well, then you get some Marvel Mystery Oil, and you get it out of there, because I have a dent in my right shin right now to match the 4 dents on my left shin.
All of us have done it.
Oh,
and those that haven't
hurts
will.
so badly. That hurts. Oh, I don't know anything that hurts as bad as taking a ball mount to the shin.
Yeah, that's true. I think that actually hurt more than getting shot did.
Yes.
Instapot says it burns your food after 5 minutes. I would say your Instapot is on its deathbed there, Koala.
Or should be.
Yeah.
I
think it will be after she shoots it.
U-Haul's got a decent selection, but Jim and I were talking about this earlier. U-Haul is really aimed for the yuppie leaving cities market. And I'm sorry, we're kind of cowboyish. Go to Atwood's, Tractor Supply, or Big R and get a Western ball mount.
Unstuck a rusty ball mount on a hitch with a sledgehammer. Yeah. Oh, that's not good, Koala. It's soup and it says it's dead. Pan, stove, some assembly required.
I've taken a 3-pound short sledge and busted a ball mount loose before. Instapot's less than a year old. Well,
That's interesting,
I
Cedar. I never heard that.
do love my Instapot. That thing is so useful.
Yeah. The other one that kind of caught my fancy yesterday is the Air Force is having to reverse engineer some stuff on the B-2
The
because
nut behind the joystick.
apparently they lost the plans or never had the plans for the heat exchanger. So they're literally having to reverse engineer it. Yeah.
It's the B2. I need to go find the company that went paws up after selling all the heat exchangers to the Air Force.
Yeah.
And chase down their old engineers and look in their attic.
Yeah. We're going to get the clam chowder next time it's my turn to cook. I'm going to use that and add a few ingredients to make one of my soups.
Clam chowder?
Yeah.
Hello. You got clam chowder?
Yeah. Richard sent me a box of clam chowder from Maine.
Oh, hello. No.
He got laid off for being too old. Yeah, that's probable,
That's
John.
no, that's I go find him, look in his attic. I'll guarantee you the plans are probably in the attic somewhere.
Well, I still think the best Air Force maintenance story back in the 80s when I was at Moffett, we had a T-38 come in with a cracked canopy. Took a seagull on approach.
Oh, well then.
Yeah. So they landed.
It was a bad day, especially the seagull.
Yeah. Well, it bounced, but it cracked the canopy. So the airplane's hard down. So the guy that has the Air Force contract to repair T-38 canopies is in Mountain View, California.
Okay.
5 minutes out the front gate.
Okay.
He comes over, looks at it, goes, yeah, I can fix that. He says, I got the trailer and everything, take it off. Air Force, no, it has to be inducted into the system. And then it will be turned around to you. So they take it off, they ship it to Hill Air Force Base in Utah, turn around and ship it back to him. So 3 weeks later, he gets the canopy.
3 weeks and what, 1,000 miles later?
Yeah. 3 weeks later, he gets the canopy that he could have already had off, repaired, and back on the airplane.
And this is why the Pentagon gets $500 commode seats.
Yeah. That's a bullshit story. So the airplane is sitting on the ramp at Moffett with tarps over the canopy.
Okay.
For 3 weeks. He gets it. It takes him 2 days to repair it. He offers to go over and install it back on the airplane. No.
Nope.
He has to ship it back to Hill Air Force Base, who then turns around and ships it back to Moffett Field, where it sits for another week and a half until they can schedule a repair crew to fly out from Hill to put the canopy back on the airplane. The airplane sat at Moffett for 7 weeks.
Deadline for a month and a half when it didn't need to be.
Yeah. With no canopy on it.
Bureaucracy.
And once it got the canopy on it, then it was out of time for flight. So it had to be recertified for flight. And then they had to do a test flight. So the airplane ended up sitting at Moffett for 2.5 months before it finally left to fly back to Hill Air Force Base.
Which it could have been done in less than a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Koala, the Air Force does love their paperwork.
Every military branch loves its paperwork.
Yeah, the Navy, we can do our paperwork after the fact.
That's like
It was get the shit done, then you could do the paperwork.
the story about the pecan orchard. The reason why somebody lost his prize-winning southern pecan orchard was the fact I didn't want to fill out 9 pages of paperwork about why I had to turn in explosives.
Yeah, Air Force uniform regs is another good one. Now we had the latitude in the Navy to do what needed to be done first and do the paperwork later, which I might have used on a couple of different occasions over the years. A couple, maybe more than one.
There's another bloody train.
Yeah, train load of cars.
Wow, going the wrong way, by
Yeah.
the way.
Oh, koala, you poor thing. USN Services Bahrain is a joy to work with. Yeah, their Fifth Fleet's pretty sharp.
Waist length ponytails? What?
Wow.
Not that I mind waist length ponytails on women. However, in the military, that might be contraindicated.
Not anymore. Apparently, they've quote unquote relaxed the standards for hair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Standards were there for a reason.
Yeah. You know that. I know that.
The hell? Oh, UPS.
Oops.
As I said, I'm a big fan of waist length hair
Yeah.
on women, but still,
Yeah.
there's the uniform regulations are, despite what the kids think, uniform regulations are there for a damn good reason.
Yeah. Dave's on the roll in uniform in San Angelo in the wind. I might have opinion on such things. Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Ponytails and scrunchies. Okay. Yep, out. You're exactly right. Dutch Army labor unions. Yeah, that was.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
the Dutch Army had labor unions. The Dutch Air Force tried to go that way, and that didn't happen.
No, for God's sake.
And they tried to force it on the Dutch P3 community, and the entire community basically said, F you, we quit. So they did. They literally shut down the entire MPA community in the Dutch Air Force.
Wow.
Because they wouldn't comply with the quote unquote rules for unions.
Wow.
Jerry, I never had a problem working with Fifth Fleet when I was out there. And I was out there, 2004, 2014, so 10 years in and out of there.
Oh, speaking of, how's the sound and video quality right now?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, Cedar's a redhead, so that's a double hit. Yeah, she's got good looking hair and it's red. Yay!
Sound good, video good, outstanding. Oh, and as always, J. Hayden Creative,
Yeah.
you can buy that quilt topper.
And we forgot to put the sticker on.
Yeah, we did put a sticker.
Yeah, this is what happens when you have a real internet connection instead of a dog slow one like I've got at the house.
Commercial fiber, woohoo!
Yeah.
Actually, not that much.
Yeah.
A little scruffy.
Oh, yeah.
I do need to brush my beard though.
Yeah, it was fun with the kids, but they wear my ass out.
Well,
8 and 5, Jesus.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
Yeah.
Zoom.
Oh, yeah. That sunlight I can't do much about.
No. Jonna and Rita are planning on doing something about that, but the entire front of the shop is one big glass. Lovely, lovely. So,
yeah, yeah, Jerry, I remember those days. We had another instance with a quote unquote test airplane that we were taking to Italy. And so they were flying the airplane from California to Italy in stages because it was slow.
no, I thought you meant the plane was in stages.
No, it was a high altitude airplane, but it was kind of slow at altitude. So they had to send maintenance parts and maintenance kit with it. So the Navy was going to transship the maintenance kit for us. And it got to Norfolk. And the Navy rep went bat nuts because there were combustibles in the maintenance kit that were specifically required for the airplane.
Of course.
That we couldn't get in Italy.
Oh God.
So we went round and around with the Navy at Norfolk. Meanwhile, we're sitting in Italy with an airplane that we cannot do anything with. And finally got a hold of the right people, and they said, just load it on the friggin' C-141 and send it. So they did. Well, it comes into Italy, and they drop it on the Italian side of the ramp rather than the Navy side of the ramp.
Oh, that wasn't good.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
So,
Italians with stuff they didn't have to buy.
yeah. So I had to go over to the base maintenance and found this E9 Filipino chief that was a storekeeper. And I said, Chief, got a problem. He goes, what? I said, we have a missing box and it's on the Italian side. And there was a string of Tagalog code. And he grabs his hat and goes, come on. And we went over there, and they was sitting in the middle of the hangar on the Italian side. And all these Italians are gathered around it like, salivating over
How much is that worth?
Yeah. And we walked in and went,
Can we sell that on the black market?
and the chief did not know he spoke Italian, but he obviously did. There was a rattle of Italian, and we went out the door with it. And here I am pushing one box, and he's pushing the other one. And these things weighed about 250 pounds apiece.
Oh, wow.
Down the ramp at Sigonella, which is about a mile long.
Heave.
Yeah. About like y'all with a deer get up there in
Oh, Lord.
Colorado.
Oh, Lord. Last week, Jonna was still here. At her store, there's a parking lot out front, and then the street that a lot of small town stuff happens on is right in front of her store. So this was her first ever small little Texas town Christmas parade, and right across the street, some girls pulled up in a food truck that sold waffles and coffee. And I'm here to tell you, folks, a waffle and coffee food truck is a license to print money, because I really wanted a waffle and coffee, but I really wanted a waffle, and I never could get through the line. But we had the local Big Itchy Paw. I didn't realize they had a fire and police museum. They sent all of their trucks over. Every golf cart in town duded up and was in the parade, including one electric Yamaha golf cart with a 1.5 kilowatt generator on the back to power all the lights. And then we were checking out every one of the fire trucks we went through. We were naming off the towns, including the town that sent ladder truck number 1. And I will guarantee you that was ladder truck number 1 of one.
Yeah.
But there was one, and we're looking at it. We can't figure out where the hell I think it was Cranford Community Fire Department or something.
That's
125 miles away.
okay. Yeah, Sears says it was so cute.
Oh, it was a blast. And John has been to small town parades, but the Texas kind of dudes and tarts it up. But the waffle truck. I mean, waffles and coffee, and I really wanted, but I couldn't get through the line.
Yeah. Well, up in Kelseyville, they did the same thing. But the churches were out selling coffee and pizza and various and sundry other things.
Well,
and making money hand over fist, because it was chilly.
If the other food trucks in Itchy Paw finds out how much those little girls made on waffles and coffee,
yeah,
we're going to be hip deep in food trucks next year.
Yeah, I'd about like drug deal tamales, Josh. Which reminds me.
We've got to start buying those. It and drug deal tamale season.
Yeah. Also got to get enough for Christmas. God knows how many people
That's
are going to
be
show
hard.
up.
That's going to be hard.
Yeah.
When half the tamales disappear between there and here, it's hard to buy enough for Christmas.
Oh yes, Richard, the gas day parade up there. What the hell?
Oh, I got mine was spam.
Yep, I got to take this one.
Oh,
Continue
you
on.
what?
Yeah.
I hate it when he does that. Um, drug dealer bananas.
Yeah.
What the? Oh, okay. Um, no, little rural towns in Texas. Well, little rural towns everywhere tend to really pull the stops when it comes to parades, and these guys did. The kids were having a blast. A pilot Jim, both he and I backed our pickups up to the road and then dropped the tailgates to give for extra seating. And there's this one little sprite that hopped up the back of Jim's pickup and was standing on the toolbox. And she'd bounce off it like a beach ball about every 30 seconds when somebody came through throwing candy. And that little thing made out like a bandit. And she had to have 5 pounds of candy. Breaking Bad empanada season. Well, I haven't had any Breaking Bad empanadas, but man, drug deal tamales are the way to go. Chicken and pork. I've had some beef tamales, but I really, during Christmas season, I really prefer the chicken and the pork. And I feel sorry for people that don't live anywhere where you get drug deal tamales for Christmas. And it blows my mind that you can't. You have no idea what you're missing out on. Lamest Christmas parade? That's sad. Small towns, especially up in the Panhandle, small Western towns really go all out. And I like the towns that go for a Christmas parade that starts in the dusk, it ends up after dark, because the work people go through to put lights on various stuff should be seen after dark to be appreciated. Um, the golf carts, the electric carts that zip around town, they kind of duded those up with the LED Christmas lights this year. Like I said, there was a 1.5 kilowatt Honda generator in the back of that one because he had enough lights he needed it. It was fantastic. Oh, David, when it is time, the abuelita will show up. Just be patient. Tractors. We had a couple tractors. We had a front end loader. That was fun. And first time that I've seen 18-wheeler wreckers. We had several 18-wheeler wreckers come through. Did they kill the golf cart batteries? I don't think so. I think they run the golf batteries to get around town, and the 1.5 kW generator was to run the Close Encounters of the Third Kind quality light show. we had fire, like I said, we had fire trucks show up from 125 miles away just to be in our parade, and every other small town in Itchypaw County sent at least one fire truck, including, like I said, ladder truck one from small town just near us.
Sorry about that. VA calling with a follow up, and if I hadn't answered the phone, I would be getting phone calls for the next 4 days. At least they're fairly responsive around here.
A devil sour flat? No. I'm given to understand that My Little Lady and Jonna have designs on a golf cart because, one, they need a golf cart just to tool around town to do what they do, because these days with gas heading north of 309 a gallon in Texas, by God, I can't believe I just said that. Gas heading north of 309 a gallon, and both of them have fairly gas efficient cars, but damn, folks, they're looking at buying a secondhand golf cart to make runs back and forth to the restaurant and to the post office and various yard sales around town, which really kind of scares me. And then I have been informed that it will get tarted up for next year's parade.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh yeah, we had battery powered it looks local FFA came through
yeah.
on horses, and they had battery powered LEDs and blinky lights on the horses.
Yeah, they did the same thing out in Kelseyville. Of course, the horses got spooked every time the siren went off behind them.
Well, these are honest to God FFA horses,
Yeah.
working cow horses, and they didn't get spooked that bad.
Yeah.
And they kept the fire trucks a decent ways away from the
Well,
horses.
they had the dancing Christmas trees, followed by the horses, followed by the fire truck, the antique fire truck.
I had one guy with he had a tractor. It was duded up, pulling a hay trailer,
Yeah.
and he had the hay bales dressed up like reindeer. And the cheerleaders with the in between, all over, and that was just, oh my God, really?
Yeah. California, Northern California, was anywhere from $4.99 for the low to $5.25 for the low,
Are you serious?
up to $6 for premium.
Bloody hell, folks! The
Yeah.
hell!
Artillery horses, not much going to spook them because they're deaf, Nancy.
The only bad thing about After Dark was the fact the booze fighters came through and they were part of the parade.
Yeah.
Bless their hearts. But they forgot to put lights on their scooters.
Yeah.
And it's hard to see the booze fighter motorcycle club after dark.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, certain horses do not do well in parades.
Oh God, no. Thoroughbreds just don't.
No.
Don't do thoroughbreds.
Thoroughbreds don't do well with paper bags or Walmart bags.
Well, that's any horse. That's any horse.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. I posted a memory on Facebook that Jim sent me several years ago that was looking up at a horse's face. And the tag was, sorry, next time I'll tell you when I'm fixing to stop. And I can't tell you how many times I've looked up at a horse looking at me with mild concern. Why aren't you still attached?
Well, yeah, I've been thrown once or twice over the years too.
That's that one. The ranch that I used to do day work for had an Arab Arabian horse, and I love that horse. Nobody else did. I love it. It's a smart horse. But horses can be very smart and stupid all at the same time. And there was this little bitty creek just outside of where the remuda was housed, outside the paddock and the corrals and everything. And I rode that horse across this itty bitty 6-inch wide trickle every day. And then all of a sudden he saw a dorsal fin in it. And he locked up.
And you went thud.
Splash. Yeah. I mean, I had ridden that horse across that itty bitty trickle of water for months. And all of a sudden, dorsal fin.
Yeah, Richard, I was smart enough to never try to ride a horse out of a post corral. I know some people that did.
I used to all the time.
Well, one of my guys, we were for unknown reasons at a co-located base somewhere in the world, and they had a stable, and he decided to go ride. And I don't know what he did to the horse or the horse did to him, but the horse came back in the barn at a full gallop with him attached, more or less.
Playing like a burr.
Until the horse ducked his head, and my troop did not make the duck in time and got swept off the horse and had literally a knot across his entire forehead that was about an inch out. And he was kind of going,
RK, you've only been thrown twice. That's actually pretty much normal. However, if you're popping longhorn out of mesquite, you're gonna get thrown. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
You're brush popping longhorn in mesquite thickets, you're gonna come off that horse. Okay, cutting horse. A cutting horse will generally sit back on his hind legs and pop his front back and forth to turn.
Yeah.
That friggin' Arab somehow figured out if he leaned forward, he could pivot around his front even faster.
Yeah.
And which, if you're ready for it, is not that bad.
Yeah.
But I was used to quarter horses, and he's getting ready. That Arab was getting ready to cut. I think it was a calf out of a herd, and as soon as I saw him, his head go down, I laid back in the saddle because that's what you do.
Yeah, I know.
and his ass end did a 180, and he took off without me.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Jerry is one of my old friends from the military. Jerry and I went through a number of different training programs together.
I'm sorry, Jerry.
Thank you, and I wish y'all a Merry Christmas and a New Year, good New Year too. We got to catch up one of these days, Jerry. Yeah, Longhorns are a little bit different than Herefords.
Yeah. We went into a mesquite thicket after a longhorn bull one time, a little mossy horn, and it came out of that thicket with him after us.
Yeah. Hooked up a newly acquired horse in my ambulance one day, was tired, sulky. Oh, ow.
Ooh, ooh. I've been I don't even know if I remember how to ride a horse. It's been over 20 years since I've been on a horse.
Jerry, you can have those damn little minis, the Shetland ponies.
Shetlands?
No.
Shetlands,
Nope.
Shetlands are demons in horse form.
Yes.
There's a.
We tried to give one away. We got given one when I was a kid. And I tried for 5 years to give that little son of a bitch away.
There wasn't a glue factory anywhere nearby.
And nobody would take him. I tried to ride him once and I got bit 3 times and kicked twice before I ever got on him. And I might have lasted 15 seconds before he bucked my ass off.
Shetlands, there was. No, I actually haven't. But the site where we have Fool's Con,
yeah,
has a herd of Shetland ponies, and the kids love them. And I just go ooh every time I walk by, because I remember vividly coming off a horse in a field. I forget what, something, is trash bag or something came off the horse, thud.
Yeah.
And the Shetland comes running over and started jumping up and down on me.
Yeah, I believe it.
What the hell? Got him down.
Yeah, rice comes in umbrellas.
What? Oh,
arsenic comes in envelopes, and ricin comes in umbrellas.
Small things come, good things in a small package. Yeah. Ricin comes in umbrellas. Yeah.
Shetlands are not angels compared to minis, Jerry. I would dispute that fact with you.
Shetlands are demons in horse form, small horse form. He was wanted to take me out while I was down at his level or something. Like, what the hell? I did. I had come off a horse more than once.
I still remember on my uncle's ranch, before I got spots, I got put up on this quarter horse.
Hey, Jonna, how you doing, sweetheart?
And we were moving longhorns from one pasture to another. And they had to be moved every 30 days because it took 8 acres in West Texas to feed one cow for basically a month.
That's some pretty poor nutritional value.
And that was basically grandma in spots.
Ugh.
So we're moving them from one pasture to the other. And my uncle said, go back and close the gate at the other pasture. So well, you had to come down, and this was the way to the barn, and this was the way to the other pasture. So I come down, I expect, I rein the horse to the right, expect him to go to the right. And that son of a bitch ducked his shoulder and went left to the barn, which was about a mile and a half. Put me off of him. And I think I was 14 or 15, and one of the hands had given me a chew of tobacco.
Oh, dear.
And I swallowed it.
Oh, dear. Not for long, you didn't.
By the time I got back to the ranch house, I had puked about 16 times.
Yep.
My aunt said I was green as I stalked by the kitchen window, went into the barn where the horse is standing there, picked up a 2x4, and I nailed that son of a bitch right between the running lights.
Somebody upstream asked if Shetland ponies were like Chiweenies of the horse world. No. Chiweenies are chill little dogs. They are protectors, but kind of chill. When you see a Shetland pony, I want you to imagine one thing. I want you to imagine this, because they've got fangs.
Yeah. Yes, Johnny, you can come home.
Anytime you want to.
Yeah, RK, he had done a lot of work on the ranch to get grass in there. Now, he had 15,000 acres, and BLM leased on about another 15 or 20,000.
Oldham County, is that Vega?
Yeah, I think so. But he only had 200 head.
Nancy, that Shetland stallion is luring you in.
Yeah.
Trust me on this one.
Vega County, yep.
Vega, Oldham County, Vega.
Yeah.
That's I-40 West Amarillo.
Yep.
I going through there one time. Well, we've been chasing a jaguar. On the way back, we stopped off, and the first time I'd ever seen the Orcutt police nunchucks.
Yeah.
There's a company that makes nunchucks for police, and the sheriff, the Oldham County sheriff, had some on his belt, and I was gobsmacked for about 2 hours.
Yeah, Jerry, I'm living proof that you can't ride anything, because I couldn't ride a damn Shetland. Yeah, rental ponies do have to deal with a lot of stupid. Mal.
Well, Shetland ponies. They're called Shetlands because they were developed in the Shetland Islands. And the Shetland Islands proof that people will live anywhere they can, even if people aren't supposed to frickin' live there.
Yeah.
The Shetland Islands are these rocky, icy, inhospitable little lumps in the North Sea. They're nasty little islands with not a whole lot of anything, and will kill you in various ways if you're not paying attention. So the Shetland ponies are used to the environment trying to kill them actively.
Yeah.
And they have developed a personality to match.
Yes. I'm not sure I want to know about Shetland sheep. I've never been around sheep that much, thankfully.
Sheep are stupid.
Yeah.
I like goats. I'm a big fan of goats. Sheep are stupid. Now, they are. My little brother Chris was in the FFA in high school, and I went out to pick him up one day, and he's with the sheep. And he said, "Watch this." And this sheep thing walked up to an electric fence, bumps it, bah! Shakes it, and walks in, bah! And it walks into it. Bah! And it kept walking into an electric fence, just dumber than dirt.
That does happen. Of course, I've also known some people like that.
Well, yes. I don't feel guilty about eating sheep. Some things I feel guilty about, but they're too stupid to live.
I cannot do mutton. Had that stuff in England and Scotland. It's like, no.
I prefer goats. I prefer goat. Goats better meat to me.
Yeah, Cedar, you can talk about it tomorrow. Yes, they do, Jerry. The Shetland Islanders look at the Pharaohs and go, "Yeah."
Don't kink. The sheep need to be shamed any which way you can, kink or otherwise. They are stupid.
Don't kink shame. Don't kink shame the sheep. Yes.
Goats are smart. I will never forget looking out the window of the bunkhouse and face to face with a goat, which was kind of shocking because I was on the third floor.
Yeah.
And the goat was on the second floor roof. Why? Because he wanted to be there.
Yeah. They do tend to climb. They climb trees too.
Oh, yeah. In Morocco, there's a tree, Argan, I think.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. There's a tree in Morocco that it's a grove of trees. It's a species, and you'll drive by and there'll be freaking goats in the trees.
Yeah.
Oh, look, tree goats.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Look it up.
Yeah.
Tree goat Morocco. You'll see pictures of this tree, and you're driving by, and there's goats in the limbs.
about like the monkeys on Gibraltar.
Bunch of birds going, what the hell?
Oh yeah, get on top of my car and be a shooting offense.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially these days. You climb up in a car, you'll cave the damn thing in.
Yeah, yeah, that's where the leaves are. Yeah,
Well, yeah, but you still don't expect to be driving by and look over and there's a tree full of goats. You just
yeah,
don't expect it. Birds, yes. Cats, maybe.
yeah.
Leopards, yeah. Goats, no.
We did a pest hunt a few years ago in Virginia. I got invited to go down, and there was a persimmon orchard that this lady had, and the deer were eating her out of house, home, and orchard.
Okay.
And they were cleaning off these persimmons 6 feet up.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, goat in space. Yeah.
Goats in space.
So, we went down there to take care of the problem. The first round, we killed 52 deer and stopped shooting, hauled them out to the road. They had butchers right there. They had churches and food banks there to take the meat as soon as the butchers finished it and distribute it. So
yeah, distribute it into my freezer.
Yeah. So we wait, and here comes another damn herd of deer. And between the four of us, I think we killed 120 or 121 deer in this 10-acre little orchard. And
wow.
Yeah.
Talk about overridden.
Yeah. And the problem was, I think I might have gotten 10 or 15 pounds of backstrap. That was about it. But there was one really good, 14, 16 point buck.
Oh.
And we didn't get to keep it. Son of a bitch.
The lizards, Chris and I called them red fox lizards. We never didn't know what they were at the time. Lizards, the sapper lizards, and also the astro lizards, they were everywhere. Loved the center block walls of the houses, and they're agamas, red-headed agamas or something, rock agamas. And I was telling Rita that after I was trying to find out what the damn things were called, so I could send Cedar a picture of them. Found out they called agamas. So, of course, Big Brother decided I was interested in agamas, and I got a news story, linked to a news story on my Google that said that they're an invasive species in Florida. I'm not sure that our rockets had the range to put an agama from Nigeria into Florida, but I wouldn't say it didn't happen.
They might have camped on something coming across the pond, like
apparently
snakes, javelinas, and a few other things have coming up the banana boats.
Apparently, it's Florida, man.
Yeah.
Apparently, somebody in Florida decided that these they're not little, they're bloody huge. These lizards make great pets, and imported the little bastards. And they got away. And I'm here to tell you that a rockagama from Nigeria, where everything's trying to eat it, launch it, or blow it up. One, they breed. Two, they're survivors. So they hit Florida and went, oh, nobody's trying to launch us into space or send us under tanks with explosives on our backs. And bred like they do. And now they're everywhere, apparently.
Little guy with a Mike shirt. Yeah, Josh. When it gets really cold in Florida, they literally have signs that say "Watch for falling iguanas," because in the cold, they literally lock up, and if the wind blows, they're falling out of trees everywhere. And there's nothing like driving down the road in Florida and thud. Damn.
Australia has drop bears. We have drop lizards.
Yeah.
But the agamas are fast.
Yeah.
and they have really good survival instincts. I'd like to think that they genetically selected for survival after we got done with them, because we did so many things to those lizards. I mean,
Yeah.
the tying them to black powder rockets and launching them, and painting army insignia and tying explosive backpacks to them was probably the least of what we did to those poor lizards.
Yes, gingerbread recipes, share, please.
Oh.
Somewhere, somehow. Yeah, which reminds me, we got to get the rest of the stuff sorted out for Christmas. Yeah.
Wow. Well, first off, I need to go shake the or knock on the lady at work office and see if she's when she's making tamales when you put in my order.
Yeah. Oh, missing lug is not good, Nancy.
Bolt. Hello.
Yeah.
That's no good.
Yeah, it's a missing lug, which is what the lug nut's doing. We're drawing of Azakiwi.
Azakiwi? Oh Lord. Find a picture. No, wait. I'll send you something. Trust me. Just you're going to have to think of them in miniature form.
Oh.
Because Azakiwi, Chris and I were small for our percentile. We weren't big kids, and Azakiwi wasn't much bigger than us.
200 dozen cookies, koala.
Hello, what?
Damn.
What?
And you're not going to give us any?
200 dozen? Bloody hell.
I think she meant 20 dozen.
I hope so, because damn. Oh God, Bling. Oh Lord. Remembering about half the time Azakiwi was the assistant junior minister of culture and tradecraft or something. When civilian government was in charge, and then when the military was in charge, he was brigadier captain. And he had the cheap gilt everywhere. Looked a lot like a Christmas tree, only tan. Wow.
200 dozen? Damn, girl. That's a lot of cookies. You're going to be baking from now until Christmas.
No. See, 12 dozens, 144.
Yeah.
I don't want it. No, I'm good. No, I'm good.
That's thousands of cookies.
Yeah, no kidding. No.
Yeah, I wonder why, Josh. Damn.
Yeah, Azakiwi, he was tiny and rotund. Matter of fact, if you could find a 4 foot 10 inch Idi Amin, you would have Azakiwi. And I'm serious about the 4 foot 10. He wasn't real big. He had a Napoleon complex like you would not believe. Oh my God.
So 4 foot 10 tall, 4 foot 10 around, huh?
Pretty much. We had the CIA mirrored aviator glasses. Love those things.
Yeah.
And the English cap.
Yeah.
Army cap. They had the real tall band around it.
Yeah.
Looked like our officers' caps, but with a real tall band.
No one in your house eats sweets.
Why not?
Oh, that sucks.
Would I want another Idi Amin? Hell no, I didn't want the first one. The first Idi Amin was bad enough. God almighty. People don't realize how bad Idi Amin was. Punch magazine used to run a, was it Punch?
RK, keto and cookies do not go in the same sentence.
Nope.
Sorry.
I think it was Punch. It might have been Punch. Punch or Spy magazine? Punch, I think. Used to run the satirical articles.
That was Punch.
Was it Punch?
Yeah.
From dispatches from Idi Amin. And oh my God, they were hilarious. But you had to know some of the backstory first. But oh my God, they were funny. We used to have two collected editions of Idi Amin ghost articles.
Yeah.
And Chris and I will quote them at each other, or very pieces of each other, on a regular basis.
Yeah, we used to get a subscription to Punch in the AW shop in the squadron. AW1 Sammy Sailor. That boy signed up for more stuff.
Oh, Lord. He was, I can't believe the Saudis gave him a place to stay.
Yeah,
They should have given him 30 pounds of chain around his ankles and off into Lake Victoria.
yeah.
He was.
Yeah, John, I'm not sure that was us because I didn't see anything on our end.
What?
John said he just got a big dropout.
Idi Amin was very African.
Yeah.
And that's the terrible thing of it is Idi Amin wasn't that unusual.
Yeah.
If you give at the time, if you gave tribal Africans power, that's inevitably what they did.
Yeah.
It's just, well, people are that way. It was if you give people that never had power, for some reason they always go bad.
Yeah. Probably one of the classic examples of that in book form is John Ringo's, one of his, well, actually two of his books, The Last Centurion, and the other one is one of the Posling series.
I haven't gotten to the Posling series yet.
Yellow Eyes, I think it is, which talks about Panama. And absolute power really and truly does corrupt absolutely.
Lord Acton was not wrong. Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
That's a good question, Jerry. We've never figured out how he became the
King of Scotland. Same way he became Admiral of the Sea.
Yeah. Just assumed it was.
He took it upon himself.
Yeah, the accent did just pop out.
Bloody hell. All right, no problem. Got this.
Sure you do.
But that's just people are not individual people are good folks.
Yeah.
People as a whole, the species sucks.
These squatties attacking the Rangers. No idea, Josh. We're waiting on one story, and then Tales Around the Supper Table 2 will be out.
That would be mine. I'm still working on it.
Everything else has been to the editor. The cover's done. Hint, hint.
Working on it.
Yeah, the road to Damascus. Yes, we know about the road to Damascus. We've read that one too.
Power over anything is not healthy for humans. We don't handle power well at all. We're bastards. We're nasty, backstabbing little primates.
Yeah.
Why is Cedar nagging?
I don't know. Probably because
have I missed something?
Yeah, she's in it too.
Oh, gotcha. I was to say, did I have something else to get to Cedar?
Yeah, that's very true, John. And when you look at people, usually the ones that do the best job in a power position are the ones that really don't want it. All they want is the hell out of that position. Yeah.
One thing that humans are good at, and as far as the primate species, entire primate family goes, what humans are good at is war.
Yeah.
Nobody is that is our only talent, folks, is war. We are really good at war, and when we're not at war, we're busy screwing each other over.
Yeah, George Washington is probably a good example. Cincinnatus is another one.
Yeah, out of how many billion folks, you got 2.
Robert E. Lee.
3.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Not sure about Grant.
Well, when he was not drinking, he was pretty good.
That's the thing of it is everyone's corruptible. I don't care who you are. Given the right levers, Mother Teresa was corruptible. Every human being is corruptible if you know the right buttons.
Yeah. And the problem is that I think what a lot of it comes with a narcissism. You know, look at Clinton, the
Oh
Clintons.
God.
You know, the
Talk
narcissistic.
about a dirty, nasty little primate.
Yeah, but the narcissistic tendencies in both of them. You know, that's uh, and that crosses over. You know, that's men and women. You know, they have to be out front. They have to be.
Oh, that's a good point. RK has a good point, folks. Can't go home again. Um, if y'all can give it another push, it hasn't gotten to enough. It hasn't gotten to enough people. There are folks that really need to read that book that don't know
Yeah.
about it yet. Oh, Jim and I were on Blasters and Blades. That was fun. Um, if you're on,
That was an interesting one.
if you've linked to my Law Dog page on Facebook, I've got the link up. That was whoa. That was fun.
There might have been a affluence of alcohol in that one,
No kidding, right?
and we were the only two sober ones
I think
on
we
the
were the only sober.
podcast.
Why am I sober? Nobody else is. Why am I sober?
And it's,
I think I put it on MeWe too, but I'm not sure.
I'll check. I'll check when I get home. And it looks like we've wasted another hour of your time today.
Oh God, we have.
Thank you very much, folks, and do appreciate y'all tuning in and listening. And
For what little we put out.
we really do enjoy the interaction in the chat and
Oh,
other
yeah.
places.
And now that we've got this big thing, it's a lot easier for me to read the
Yeah.
chat without doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Jonna, come home.
Yeah. Y'all take care. Have a good weekend.
Be
Remember,
safe, guys.
don't sweat the petty stuff and don't pet the sweaty stuff. See ya.